Welcome back to the Box2Box podcast.
This is episode 36, and Amorim gets his first statement win against Manchester City. Can they build off of this?
And another win for Chelsea. Are they officially in the title race?
And speaking of title races, La Liga is heating up. Who's going to come out on top?
All that and more on the Box2Box podcast.
Let's go.
You ain't going home,
Your
bro.
Honor, I'm sorry. Your Honor, I'm sorry.
If we don't compete with City, this is a failure of a season. You've heard
Okay,
it
so
here
I
first.
can already tell you, I'll tell you in advance, you failed.
I'm going to take central midfielder Federico Valverde.
What?
Yeah.
No, that's
He has
crazy.
been the worst midfielder for Real Madrid this season.
That's
by far.
That's like saying Neymar was the worst player in MSN. Boys, we are all back in the same place. Well, I was actually the only one that was missing, but I'm back.
Welcome back.
Well, I mean, I was away for a couple days, but
No one noticed.
Tell me, where'd you go?
I was in Las Vegas for a couple days.
That's
but
pretty cool.
yeah, it was a lot of fun. But it made even better by Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim affects my life, and the man doesn't even know who I am.
Tell them about the story of you and the other guy.
Oh, when you're in Las Vegas, obviously it's filled with sports books. So sports books are places where all the sports gamblers basically go. I don't gamble on sports. Of
course.
If I ever told them how I stopped sports gambling, I put in $100. We actually started a thing, $100.
It went very quickly.
Yeah, and I was betting on random stuff like Steph Curry threes against the Detroit Pistons. That's when I knew, okay, the sports gambling thing
No,
is not for me.
I knew that 100 was gone as soon as you sent me like some random guy to get over 2 boards in the second quarter.
Yeah, no.
Screenshot, am I
That
No college ball. You're betting on college ball.
I
That's
don't-
crazy.
Whatever.
That's crazy.
He was deep
that
in it.
$100 was gone in 2
Mine
seconds.
still exists.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah, so
Wait, you're $100 or what?
Bro, that original 100, I now have
that's crazy.
I have 130 and I withdrew.
That's nuts.
I just don't. Only
Yeah.
on like City or whatever.
But so yeah, I went to the sports book and it was NFL, and it's Sunday. Okay, so in the US, Sunday's NFL.
It's an NFL.
It's
NFL kind of day.
American football day.
There's like 20 screens. 19 of them are NFL games or like hockey or baseball's not
An American
but like
sport- American
American sports. One of them is Man City versus Man United, and it's put on like the shittiest television and like
The back in the corner.
worst placement of television ever. And as it's leading up to NFL Sunday, the first Man United goal goes in, and it's me and one guy just celebrating. And the whole sportsbook are looking at us like, what the fuck are these guys celebrating? Because no one's watching the Man United game. And then the second as Ahmad goal goes in, we're just running around like celebrating. It was honestly a lot of fun, but it was just me and one random Man United fan.
Brother, your
And
first derby win. That's
First time. It's the first
In a
time
while.
we've won away in a Big Six match since Ole.
Oh my
it's a really
So
bad stat.
Amorim's
That's a bad
first
stat.
away game, Big Six, won, and Ten Hag never won one.
That's a bad stat.
You got to witness it in
really
Vegas.
bad stuff.
Yeah.
It's a win-win
Well,
situation.
It's an optimistic stat now.
Yeah, I mean, glass half full kind of guy, I guess. I don't
Well,
know.
no, why?
That's crazy.
No, you beat Man City under Ten Hag for the FA Cup.
That wasn't away from home. That was a neutral venue.
I
The
mean,
last away win we had,
was a neutral
and
venue.
you might remember this, the last away win we had was the one where Ronaldo scored a brace or whatever against Spurs.
Ronaldo?
Scored against Spurs.
The Ronaldo? Cristiano Ronaldo?
Cristiano
oh my
Ronaldo.
goodness.
Like Ballon d'Or season 2008?
No. I know that was a joke. Yeah.
Good observation.
Rage bait.
But what did you guys do? How was
Well,
how was your exams?
talking about Man City beating Man City, Juventus beat Man City, and I was also watching the game in a peculiar location. I was in the library studying, and I'm like, "Okay, let me take a break. I'm all alone in the choir room on the 4th floor. You guys know those rooms, the choir rooms,
The best.
and there's people all around me. I've never seen the library this packed, and it's just me watching Juve Man City on the edge of my absolute chair. We scored the first goal. I let out like a shriek, like a mini, but like it's so
Clip.
quiet in that room that like that shriek is heard by absolutely everyone, and people are pissed because they're studying. So like you're getting dirty looks, whatever.
They just don't get it,
I
bro.
keep my composure.
They just don't get it, City.
Then we build up. We scored a second goal, bro. I was so like I had the urge to just run around that library like Mourinho with my finger in the air, like. But no one else was watching that game in that library. It was really
True,
just
because there's a couple of good games too going on at the same time.
Dortmund,
Barca, that was a good game too.
I saw a guy watching it on the other side.
It's a good Champions
That
League.
game was a Zuvi.
What, Man City?
No, the Dortmund Barca game.
That was good.
That was a Zuvi, I'm pretty sure.
3-2 Barca.
Yeah,
I wish
3-2.
I wish my yellows, my horny yellows would have at least tied that
God
game.
damn.
The yellow
Brother
wall.
puts them in the power rankings and they lose right away.
I mean, it is Barca. But back to the City United game, Varva. I know we off camera there was a bit of debate on who dominated that game at the beginning and who really had the upper hand there. You were showing me XG stats, possession stats, but listen, at the end of the day, I'll tell you my honest opinion about the game. I think City came out stronger than Manchester United, but as the game went on, United got more and more confident, more into the game, and at the end of the day, you guys should have lost that game. You guys should have lost that game 1-0. But
The rage bait is crazy.
1-0?
The rage bait is crazy.
yeah, they should have. Well,
I'm falling for the rage bait.
they should have lost 1-0, but because of a very fortunate penalty, and then a very good chance by Amad Diallo.
You're saying it
guys
wasn't a
turned it
penalty?
around. No, it was
So when
definitely a
Inter get
penalty.
a penalty against Arsenal,
I didn't say it was a bad thing.
It's not a fortunate penalty.
No, it's a deserved one.
Yeah, but that penalty happened at like the 30th
One of
minute.
the most
40th
bullshit
minute.
penalties also. But
Listen,
whatever.
Okay,
you
but
run-
I'm not. this is credit to you
Billy,
guys.
I low-key agree. You run back that game 9 more times with the exact same chances.
Man United wins 7 out of 10
Vardiol
times.
does a back heel on that goal line clearance. That's one
And
goal.
it's-
Okay, and Bruno finishes that breakaway. Okay, so keep going.
Oh, Bruno never finished that breakaway.
Actually, some games we actually win by more than 2 goals.
Listen, I think a draw would have been the fair result in the
No,
match.
no. The rage bait is crazy. You guys aren't going to get me on this because this is
Terms of
probably
anything.
one of the most optimistic I've felt as a Man United fan in a long time.
I
so you
can't
guys-
lie, bro.
But they played very
Man
well.
United played very well.
They played very, very well. But
First half,
I wasn't like very excited by how Man City was playing because I thought they were shit.
I will be unbiased. First half was a 50-50 game. I don't
toss-up
think
in the
I don't
first
think
half.
we deserve to go into halftime down. I think it deserved to go into halftime either 0-0, probably 0-0 because neither team really did anything.
yeah,
But
it was a very boring game.
They
to be
generated the
honest.
goal.
Yeah, from a set piece. Which once again you're against. Honestly, they actually didn't even play
So they
that
don't
well
count?
off a set piece.
Another game where set pieces
No,
don't
but
count.
we're the worst set piece team in the league by far.
But that's
it was a-
but
it was a
you'll
deflection,
get
though.
scored
It
on
wasn't a
set
set piece, it
pieces
was.
throughout
Their
the whole
actually
season.
set pieces are pretty dog shit. They only created 1 chance off a set piece the entire game.
Yeah, but nobody's tracking Vardiol. That needs to be.
That's also just inherently wrong. Guardiola just won the header, but I think honestly, the second half there was just pure domination from minute 45 to 90. It wasn't even
Bro,
close.
what game were you watching?
I don't know about pure
It
domination.
was pure
but
domination.
I think
Man
it was
City
more.
didn't create a chance all second half.
It was a 60-40 for Man United. Like
in the
that's-
second half or the whole game.
No, in the whole game, I would say.
Okay.
In the second half, maybe it was a bit more, but I don't know how that averages out. But
it just Haaland was non-existent. They
Haaland
couldn't.
did Ugats.
They couldn't
Harry
get
Maguire.
any.
Hands up to Harry Maguire
Honestly, props
because
to him.
the mental fortitude you need after being basically the scapegoat.
Okay.
No, but why?
Mental fortitude
Federico
now.
Gatti, Harry Maguire.
There's there's no way you just
We got him. We got him.
Bro, Gatti,
Bro,
you open
Gatti
up your
locked
phone
up-
and there's 2 tweets about him with 3 likes.
Bro,
Harry Maguire, every single time you open up your phone, you saw Harry Maguire.
Gatti locked up Haaland. It's not a hard task, my friend.
It really-
it's
Chadwick
really
did it
not
too.
a hard task.
Okay, but Harry Maguire against
In the same week as you. Like we had the perfect sample size. Locking up Erling
both
Haaland
yes,
is
but
not
against
a difficult task.
against Arsenal, he also dropped an amazing game. So for me, like Harry Maguire, Arsenal created. Once again, they scored 2 set pieces. You'll remember that vehemently.
So who defends the set pieces?
I forgot Harry Maguire was the one-man wrecking crew on set pieces.
One man.
So in that
the wrecking ball that just covers up everything on set
it
pieces.
was Delict and Harry Maguire that caused both of those set piece goals.
I'm sure if that's what you want to believe, I'm not going to fall for the rage bait. I'm supposed to be happy right now.
We're just tearing you down, bro.
Yeah,
That's my
it's
goal.
fine. It's fine. That's your guys' job. It's okay. Man United, you're professional Man United haters. It's okay.
Are professional.
I think you guys play very well. I think I don't really have anything glaring to talk about Manchester United. Like you guys didn't really fault anything.
We're witnessing the birth of a superstar in Amad Diallo. Superstar. We're
Okay.
witnessing
Quite
the
the tag.
birth of a superstar. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat
Possible,
it.
but slow your roll.
Yeah, but he's
Like how many
quickly-
times?
got the
How many
potential.
times you want to do this to players? And this is the reason why the players fail because it's too much pressure is being put on them.
Okay, but there's-
because you guys label them
Look.
superstars.
I will agree with a Garnacho. Rashford did hit superstar status, so I don't really care if you're gonna say,
And
bring up.
what did he
Define
turn out to
superstar
be?
then.
What did he
Huh?
turn out to be? Not a superstar.
A player
anymore.
getting over 40 goals and assists or he got
40 goals and assists.
Yeah, he got 40 goals and assists 2 years ago.
Okay, but he's not that player anymore.
I don't think Juve has since Ronaldo has had a player with 40 goals and assists in a season.
Just to bring it up.
No, but
Just to bring
I
it
don't think Milan have either. I don't think Leao's ever reached 40 goals and assists in a season. So like Rashford turned out. So the hype there was justified.
For 2 seasons, that's not turning out. The pressure.
Once again, Rashford has had 2 bad seasons, and you're labeling him as this terrible player. Am I going to say that Rashford should be like, once again, he got dropped this game. So yes, Rashford now. I don't think the Rashford now is the same as the Rashford that ended up. He peaked very early on in his career.
I think that's the pressure of being a Manchester United player. It gets to you over time. Whether it gets you before you develop into a superstar, that's why labeling Amad Diallo superstar, giving him that treatment already, bro, it makes it a lot more difficult.
I wouldn't say he's a superstar, but he's quickly becoming a very important piece to Manchester United.
Favorite.
Look at Kulusevski. Kulusevski's having an outstanding season, but because he plays for Spurs, no one's saying.
I called him a future superstar back then.
Hey, not you. General public is not. No one's saying Kulusevski, absolute superstar. Let's put all the pressure on him. No, and he'll continue to thrive because of that. Amad Diallo, don't put the pressure on him yet.
But do you guys remember? Do you guys remember when Kulusevski was first joined Juve?
Yes, you called Kulusevski being a good player. I'm talking about general consensus of players here.
I think Amad Diallo. I think Kulusevski deserves that hype too, though. I think this year Kulusevski,
everybody that's having a good season.
But I think you can
deserves what hype?
in the Prem.
Superstar.
I think Kulusevski has shown to be Spurs' best player this season by far. And when you're on a squad with players like Heung-min Son and James Maddison and Dominic Solanke, which are good players, to separate yourself from that pack means you're a very good player.
Yeah, he's been the best.
Yep.
But then he's
having a better season than Amad.
Tough.
I mean,
but
over
Ahmad only started playing really.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Over the course of the season, but Kulusevski will not get those shouts. I'm just saying that Manchester United, it's good and bad having that spotlight on you at all times. Brother, if I had Amad Diallo on my team, I'd be scared of the light being super bright on him.
He has 6 goals and assists in his last 6 Prem games, 8 in his last 7 games.
Let the brother cook quietly.
Yeah, but we brought up his stat that whenever he's gotten playtime at any club he's been at, he's always performed. It's just he's never been given that platform at Manchester United. Like I said, I think I told you guys he's gotten like 50 starts in his career. He has like 35 goals in assists.
Stats are ridiculous.
Like that. It's not like he only just started producing. Like a Garnacho, I was never. There was like a couple.
Watch it,
listen, then you guys will actually speak facts about this. For 2-3 weeks, he got me there. I'm not gonna cap.
2 or 3 weeks.
Yes.
Make it like 3 months, maybe 4, maybe half a season.
No,
low key.
No, because the first year and a half that Garnacho played in the first team, I never hyped him up to a level.
Even the super subs.
What the super subs? I never said he was a superstar level player. I said at best. He's Alexis Sanchez. That's what I said.
We have TikToks
You can go
of this.
back. You can go back and find it.
I will go back.
And me saying he's better than Yildiz doesn't mean I say he's a superstar, first of all. So if you're going to think that, because I don't think Yildiz is a superstar. I said that multiple times.
He's not
your brain dead.
Okay, whatever.
Anyways.
But I think Amad Diallo separates himself from the pack. And also, Mainu, if you're trying to bring Mainu into the conversation, Mainu is an amazing player.
Mainu, for some reason, people are just because it's the people that score goals and assists at Manchester United that get the hype. Mainu is never going to get that pressure because he's just a midfielder.
Well, he's been very consistent.
Amazing.
He's been very consistent at a very high level, which is good. I would say Amad has been showing for a while that he has the potential to be a good player. And now, like under Amorim, he's been given a lot more opportunities to do so. Under Ten Hag, he didn't really have that many opportunities. And then there were like garbage minutes he was getting.
Because under Ten Hag, it was players like, and Amorim said it today in his not today, maybe yesterday, in his press conference. Players like Rashford and Garnacho would have gone to start over Amad in a game like this under Ten Hag.
Yes.
Not based off of merit, just based off of their reputation.
Yes.
But Amad has proved it in training and in his performances that he deserves to play these games. And look, Amorim's reaping the rewards of a ballsy decision to drop Rashford and Garnacho. Because even if you say it's purely based off of training, the media is going to go off of a Rashford being dropped or a Garnacho being dropped and used it as their clickbait filler for the next week. Yeah. No matter what, it's going to be, Rashford was out clubbing, Garnacho was leaking team news to the press and stuff like that.
If you have a good performance in training, you should play.
I agree. And I think
if you don't, then you should be dropped. I think
some
it's
players
simple.
are just very good in training.
Yeah, but
you can't always go with...
if Rashford was in the middle of his 40 goals and assist season and he had a bad week in training, I say, okay, I'll give him
obviously.
But when you've been playing like shit for a year and a half and you have bad training, it's inexcusable. And it's also, he said that it was kind of like his mentality off the pitch and on the pitch aren't there. Like it's not there. And he said,
you could tell he's not confident.
Yeah.
When he plays, he's losing. Even Garnacho, he doesn't feel like he fits the Amorim system.
Yeah.
And Amad Diallo has been playing right wing back. He's been playing right wing. So I think he's one of the first names on the sheet. I think Amad Diallo's
honestly,
class.
it might be my first name on my team sheet right now.
After Bruno,
See, now he's gonna fail. Now
Why?
he's gonna fail. Because you just do it so quickly. It comes in and goes,
Højlund's
and the
first
trends
too.
come and go. It's crazy, bro.
Bro, Ahmad passed Højlund.
No, I prefer Amad, but
Yeah.
I'm saying Højlund is probably.
Højlund has been very good. I liked Højlund under Amorim so far. I think he's played very well. One player I want to bring up because you guys shat on him all transfer window, Ugarte. This brother has been amazing he had the first 2-3 games in a Manchester United shirt were not pretty. I will agree. Since then, put his head down. 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 every single week. This brother's been amazing for us. And I do want to say right now, it's looking like he's worth the 60 mil. Right now.
He's
looking like it.
Slowly getting up there as a
No,
consistent.
Millie, let's
Yes,
not act,
yes,
man.
yes,
It's 60 million euros for a midfielder. The guy has had half of his games were not
There's
good.
been a lot.
So
There's
Coop
been a lot
Miners-
more.
Cool Miners has been playing well. Don't base him off of GA. Don't base him off of
Coop Miners has been
Ugarte
playing
off
well,
the
but
GA.
Ugarte hasn't.
Brother, you watched the Ugarte. Half the games have not been very good games.
They
Half
have.
the games have been mediocre.
No.
And half of those have been shit. The other half have been decent to good.
So there's three halves?
Against-
four. There's 4 quarters. There's variation. There's very good games. There's okay games. There's
Against
shit games.
Against City, except that maybe one chance where Foden cooked him a little bit. I think he was pretty good, and he stopped a lot of counterattacks. And that's
you
his
see that
job.
back- 60 million euro should
Did
be
you see
doing.
that backheel pass to I forget who it was at left back, but backheel pass that led to our Ahmad goal. I think it was to Lisandro. I think he gave the pass to Lisandro right out of pressure. Backheel pass to Lisandro. Lisandro passes it to Ahmad. We get a goal. It was Ugarte has played very, very, very well, and we've been missing this since Fred left. Like Fred said, it's a famous quote.
Fred?
I bring I think he said I bring the piano for the artists to play.
What the fuck does that mean?
Right,
That
like
means
Fred.
that
I
means
actually like
Bring the
Fred.
tools. Bring
that
the
means
tools.
exactly. You give the tools to the people who actually
Fred.
know what to do with them. Yeah.
Fredinho.
Yeah. So if you're signing a bunch of midfielders to be Luka Modric, it won't work.
No, yeah, but that's why he's a specialist in ball winning. But you're
that's
paying
what he was
60
bought
million
in
for a
for.
ball winner. Yeah, that's why it's been working out.
And I think his passing is severely underrated, but it's okay. I'm not saying he's Toni Kroos prime, but he's not a give him the ball and it's a bomb. Like it's like he's not Scott McTominay in build-up where it's you literally
Where
would
he's
look
hiding
at it.
from the
Yeah.
ball.
But there's two sides to this coin. It's not just Manchester United good all the time. It's Man City, another loss. Do you actually see them potentially? Not even saying title charge. For me, title charge is ruled out, to be honest.
I don't think so.
Top 4 is starting to look a bit shaky right now for Man City.
I don't agree. I think it's an overreaction. And we were talking about this before we started recording. The season is not even halfway over, and this is the same team, bar Rodri, that won a Premier League. Top 4 should be guaranteed. Pep Guardiola just needs to figure it out. The mistakes they're making, it's not like these are mistakes like player quality mistakes. It's purely systematic. Like versus Juventus, it was blatant, and versus United, it was blatant. They're getting killed on counters. Defensive shape is atrocious. Players that like otherwise, Pep killed like Ederson's confidence by playing
Ortega.
By playing Ortega for a couple of games. That just killed your one of the best ball playing goalies in the world at the time is now not confident on the ball.
But Ederson's
This is
low-key
Pep
been
Guardiola.
fraudulent for a long
But he's
little
good.
while.
He's good enough. Like he's definitely good enough.
Well, he was good enough to win
Like
Premier
he's
League.
definitely good enough for what City need him to do.
but
The
once
team
again,
is good.
We praised Amorim for dropping a Rashford who has proven in the past that he's good enough. He's just not applying it now.
different though, because Rashford
Ortega has proven he's a very good backup.
I think
it's
he's
like
good,
it's
yeah.
like Ortega could start for many teams in the Premier League, many teams.
It's tough. There's a lot of good goals. Bro,
Yeah.
Pickfords are playing for Everton, a starting goalie for England. Dean Henderson, which I think is having a great season. Like these are good goalies.
I think it's honestly deeper than what we're looking at. It's like face value.
Do you think because he doesn't look like he causes locker room issues?
I think that 115 charges. It's up to 115 now. I think.
I think they
Still at
increased
115?
it.
They increased it. They increased the amount.
They're
of
looking for
charges.
more.
I
It's
don't
like
know what it is.
130
Now it's
something.
what's that thing from Black Ops, the Black Ops series, 115 Element 115.
No, but it's actually fitting that Manchester United's both goals were 115 seconds apart. But whatever.
Yeah, that was a
that's
funny
a whole
stat.
other thing.
That was a funny stat.
Yeah, but I think that 115 charges is
Weighs a
really
lot.
looming on their heads. I think it's playing a lot of mental games on
Think
them.
the players know about it?
No, it's more administrative. I think it's like
How does
on,
that track
on the
back, though?
director of footballs and stuff like that. It's
just unwanted stress.
like, if go back 3-4 years, their transfers really haven't been good.
Just not City quality.
We were mentioning a couple. Mateus Nunes and 60 million. I still don't know what
52,
position he
but
plays.
yeah, still
52.
ridiculous.
Who else?
But they've always had track records like that.
Like a Kovacic for 30-something mil or Gundogan for
that
free
was-
is
that was
just
fine.
useless.
Yeah, but I don't think Kovacic in itself is not a bad signing for 30 million. I don't think. It's just when you have him as an out-and-out starter, you're trying to play him in a Rodri role, then yeah, it's like, what are you doing spending
It's
that
tough
money
to
on
compensate.
him? Yeah, it seems like they have a lot of like good squad pieces, but none of those players that they've bought, I see as starters. I just don't
they
see them
weren't bought
as
to be
starter
starters.
level
They weren't
caliber.
bought to be
A Man
starters.
City, a Man City.
Then why do you have him?
Man City
As
from
subs. You need depth.
Man City from 5 years ago would not have seen Olise go to Bayern and not done something about it. They would not have seen 2 years ago Jude Bellingham go to Real Madrid and not like, I know they were involved, but Jude Bellingham would have ended up at Manchester City like if in under earlier Pep Guardiola reign. Like players like that, buying Savio instead of Michael Olise is not a Man City move. It doesn't make sense to me.
I
Well,
agree.
that was more of a little sneaky loophole. That's why they bought
Yes,
him.
but still, I think Savio's good, but I don't think he's Man City good. If you're trying to compete with the Real Madrids of the world, you can't be pulling up with Savio.
Like
It's easy to say this when Man City's bad. I don't know why I keep defending Manchester City, but we have this. It's the same conversation all the time as they lose and draw and drop more points. We're acting like this team is not good. This team is very, very competent.
It's a competent team,
Millie,
good enough
which
to make
pos-
top
which
four.
position-
But the problem is,
are they lacking?
But squad building wise, they have not prepped for the future at all.
Who cares about the squad building? They're
Bro,
playing
squad
matches.
building-
No, but
It
that's like
matters-
saying
no.
saying Bayern are just instantly going to be good every year just because they're Bayern. That's not how it works.
No. Team, look at the actual squad. If
Yes.
if you are starting, like name me a position that Manchester City lack.
Walker. Right back.
Literally right back.
Okay, Kyle Walker. Okay, now name me
Atrocious
Center
this
mid.
year.
other
Left
teams.
center mid, right center mid.
Liverpool are starting. Liverpool can't find the left back to start.
Andrew Robertson and
Andrew-
Tsimikas are both better options, I would say, right now
No,
than Kyle Walker.
brother. People want
Kyle
Robertson.
Walker?
People want Robertson out.
Yes, but
People want-
Tsimikas is not a
Not
bad
as
backup
much as
option.
No,
Walker.
he isn't. He's
Tsimikas gives you a 6.5,
it's
7
two
out of
cheeks of
10.
the same ass. But because the system is good and because they're winning, nobody talks about it.
I'm sorry.
If
No.
Liverpool was learning, if they were losing, their fans would start pointing to Robertson, Tsimikas. That's how it works. Every team has holes unless you're Real Madrid. Manchester City has a squad that is competent enough to win the Premier League this season. It's just time for Pep Guardiola to figure it out. Bro, they're making mistakes
That's
that they never
crazy.
made before. I'm telling you, you'll mark
that's
this down in stone. Manchester City will come back and fight for the title this season.
Sure, but I just
market.
squad building wise, you don't have an heir for Kevin De Bruyne. You don't have an
Who
heir
gives a shit?
for
That's the ones that you're
Man
relying
City,
on.
Man City in the next 2-3 years.
KDB got yanked
don't
at the
got legs
60th
no more,
minute.
When
brother.
do we ever talk about the future of clubs? Never. But in Manchester City's case, we talk about it all the time.
Yes, but it's
good
because
squad
it's for
building
Real
is that.
Madrid.
You
if
need that.
You have
Real
Luka
Madrid-
Modric
Real
there.
Madrid did that.
You got
Bro,
Luka
this summer,
Modric there.
this summer
Let's
you
say
can
Luka
spend 150 million and buy half the fucking world.
No, but you
why do
see,
that?
half the
But they
world.
could.
But the players that Man City should be targeting don't want to join Man City because with their 115 charges, they don't know if they're going to be in League 3 next
Okay, that's
season.
different. We don't know. That's so speculative. We don't know what's happening with 115 charges. Manchester United is a case where we baby them. Oh, you guys will have this summer. Amram, you'll have all. We can buy a whole new team this summer. Our buddy was literally talking about it today. I'm not worried about next season. We're gonna buy a whole new. We're gonna fix all of our holes. Why can't Manchester City do that this summer?
Because there's difference.
have a-
Why
between
is it that?
selling?
Oh, all their
Contract.
players are old.
Yeah, but it's
Yes.
because the difference.
All their players are shit.
No, but it's yes, but it's a lot easier to justify selling an entire team of shit than an entire team of old.
Well,
It is.
That makes no. It doesn't matter. You're
But-
still replacing them with better players.
Yeah, but the
There
problem
will
is
be an Olise next summer.
But the problem
No,
is,
there
it's not like a smooth transition. You had a Real Madrid that when you had a Cruz, Casemiro, Modric, no one told you and said, you know what, you need to replace them. They're shit. No, it's you bought a Tchouameni, you bought a Camavinga, you have a Valverde, the heirs that you're developing and bringing them up to take over those roles. Man City did not do that. They wanted to move like Real Madrid, and they haven't. They
from
didn't
their
try.
academy. From their academy, by the way, they
Palmer.
sold Cole Palmer. Musiala's in their
not Musiala, sorry.
Lavia sold from their academy. There was another
Also,
one
now Romeo Lavia
I'm
is getting
forgetting.
that treatment. Nice.
Romeo
Lavia-
Lavia would be very good to have with Rodrigo.
Very much needed.
Yes,
Well,
it would
Sancho-
be very
defensive
good to
Sancho
have.
at a certain point.
Sancho at a certain point, but honestly, he's.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Still part of the academy.
Yeah,
He might have made it
There was-
over Doku,
There was
to be honest.
one other City Academy product that it's like Alvarez selling Julian Alvarez.
Didn't Brahim Diaz come from City Academy too?
Yeah, he played there.
He played there at one point.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have been that bad of a left
These guys are
left
shit.
wing.
It's so easy to talk about all the Chelsea. How many players that left Chelsea that academy products over the years that ended up being superstars?
Yeah, but Chelsea has a younger
Salah.
squad right now.
Yeah, but
Players that
right
were
now,
at Chelsea.
right now, City's off a dynasty right now, and they don't have any clear future plan right now, which is you're seeing it's exacerbated
good.
right now because they're losing. They haven't won one game or two games in the last 10 or something like that. It's just it's getting pointed out now. If they were winning, I don't think people would be asking questions because it's working.
Last thing I'm gonna say, Phil Foden, Erling Haaland, Vardiol. I can probably name you a couple more, but like just Erling Haaland and Foden should be enough to build an entire Premier League winning
Phil
team.
Foden
around.
hasn't scored a.
I know.
Foden has
but
proved that he
but
can.
This is Pep. No, I think that's Pep Guardiola's fault. I think it's Pep's fault.
I
He has it in him. The dog is there clearly.
Yeah.
He just came off of a season being the best player in the Premier League.
Yeah, but Pep makes him the
then
best.
that's you can say that's because of Pep. Also.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Pep can recreate it. The talent is there for Phil Foden.
But
We
he went
see
to
it.
the Euros and dropped the probably the worst Euro of any player at the tournament.
I know.
Potentially.
I know.
And so obviously the player is not this Rolls Royce footballer like Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham, okay, had an amazing season last season, tailed off a bit at the end, but went to Euros, was very good at the Euros, and then back to this season at Real Madrid, he's playing very well again. There's no drop in standard. That's why you need to be that level player. Phil Foden, 0 Premier League goals is unacceptable. It's just unacceptable from a player of that caliber.
Injured for many game weeks at the beginning, like let's say that. But I think let's say on a smaller scale, Milan tends to build around Theo and Leao. They did in the past. For the past, I'd say half decade, they've been building around those two players. You have Haaland and Foden. You should still be able to build around a two-player team. These are world-class players.
When you put someone like Grealish, let's talk about Grealish, to be honest. They spent Grealish 100 million. He has yet to score a goal this season. Is this the worst flop ever?
I think there's bigger flops, but 100 million is pretty steep of a price for a guy that can't score. And
He's the worst transfer ever.
I don't think so.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts. He's the worst transfer ever.
What else is there?
Lukaku to Chelsea? That was
Would
pretty
you
bad
say
too.
Lukaku to Chelsea is definitely up there.
No.
After 6 months,
This one,
decides
this,
think so,
this
yeah.
bar,
to leave,
this,
it's there.
This one's tough to beat, but I think it's actually worse than Anthony. I think it's actually worse than Anthony. I can't even cap.
You can't say that because Jack
How much is
Grealish.
Anthony? 80 million?
No, 100 mil.
Okay, worse.
Anthony and Jack Grealish are like the MJ and LeBron of like bad
The devious
transfers.
twins.
Yeah, it's
Treacherous
just
twins.
honestly, it goes down to pure preference, to be honest. But I honestly think Jack Grealish, and it's not even like
Jadon Sancho is the
it's-
worst.
No.
No.
I would argue.
That's 120. That's 20%
Yeah,
more.
but Sancho actually started for like 2 years. So
Yeah,
like,
but the thing about Jack Grealish is that
Eden Hazard.
you can't say he's the worst flop of all time because you're gonna look back in 10 years and say, well, he was part of a team that won two Champions League, 2 Premier Leagues, 3 Premier
You're
Leagues.
basing his performances off of team achievements.
That
The
he
brother has
contributed
0
to.
goals.
Right now, currently, he has
zero goals in a
he
year
didn't
is
He
crazy.
didn't contribute to those.
He was there. He was scoring.
When
But
he's a
he
winger.
wasn't the top goal scorer, but he was scoring.
I
when-
don't think he was.
when he
I'm pretty sure it
joined
was.
when he joined Manchester City, I had him as my player of the season in the Premier League. That's the level. That's the level Jack Grealish was before he left.
I don't
Manchester
blame
City.
you. If you look at his performances at Aston Villa, he was insane.
Yeah, he was one of my favorite players to watch in the
I
Prem
agree.
at the time.
I agree.
And then now to see him now, it's like I'm watching one of the worst players in the Prem. Probably
very-
the worst player in the Prem.
Okay, and
He's
that's a little
complacent.
bit too far, but he's very predictable. You know he's going to cut back and then pass it back.
But he's complacent. Right now, he's complacent where he is. He knows that he's at a team that he's getting paid millions of dollars at. He's in contention to win any trophy in the world.
He's already won everything.
He's already won everything. It doesn't seem like he's motivated right now,
And you have
honestly.
Doku starting over you,
But he
obviously.
doesn't even get a starting spot.
But that's why flop.
Grealish
In the
has
last
never started.
365 days, he has 2 xG. That's what he has.
Atrocious for a winger.
2 xG.
2 xG.
Atrocious.
Wild.
That's in a calendar year.
His average per shot is 0.06.
So he's really not getting a great shot selection right now.
Maybe the only thing that inches maybe the Lukaku to Chelsea, 120 mil, I believe, over this Grealish to Man City is the fact that Lukaku left after 6 months.
And they low-key, I'm not saying they got all their money back, but I think Chelsea ended up getting like 60 mil back of that Lukaku fee.
Because they ended up loaning
him for 10 mil, loan for 10 mil, loan for 10 mil,
so at least they got a
Napoli
little bit
for 30.
Yeah.
Like Jack Grealish right now, how much is he worth?
It's like
30,
the answer is Antony or Grealish down to pure preference. I think Antony has given us some good moments, like that goal against Barcelona and that goal against Arsenal.
Are we
memes
restricting
are
it to the Premier League?
Yeah, well, if you like Eden Hazard, I know you said Eden Hazard's not a bad shout.
But if I say we restricted the Premier League because then I can pull up with Neymar to PSG.
No,
That's a conversation.
Did you see
what
Neymar,
did I just hear?
And this is just a side note. Did you say Neymar said his peak of his career was at PSG? Just confirming the fact that
He was
it's
good
true.
at PSG.
Yeah, the peak of my career is also tonight when I go play Sunday football. I just lied. See, I can just see when I talk about myself, I can just say whatever I want to say.
Neymar has no reason to lie about
Neymar's
that.
peak was not at PSG.
Yeah, he was.
Bro, that's where he got the most freedom. It was his team. In MSN,
So it was his peak.
MSN was he was the best at
MSN, he was the in my opinion, it was fun to watch him at Barcelona more than PSG, but at PSG he was the best.
I'd argue that.
Because it was
I
the
don't
whole
even argue
team.
that.
For me, watching Messi, Neymar, and Suarez was way funner
as a
than
collective, but purely watching Neymar gave the best. I'd argue after Messi, the best individual brilliance. Ronaldo in those years, the 2015, 2018,
third best.
Yeah,
Third best.
2016.
That's what's so shocking about Cristiano and Messi is that they shined on teams like. Usually it's like guys like Wirtz that shine on like a Leverkusen, which is like it's a good quality team, but it's not Barca and Real Prime. These brothers were shining in a team full of all-timers.
Yep.
But I can see why Neymar thinks his best time was at PSG because he was surrounded by mediocrity
It's
Mbappe mid
and Verratti. Mediocrity and Verratti.
I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to think of a worse transfer, honestly. But I do think Lukaku and Grealish are.
Coutinho to
treacherous
Barca
wins.
was pretty bad too.
Any of those Barca
much was
Barca
Coutinho?
transfers.
150 mil.
Griezmann to Barca. All those
Griezmann.
Bartomeu signings, honestly.
were really bad.
Yeah.
Griezmann yet to win a La Liga.
They're still paying off those. I don't know if they're still paying off those transfers, but that still financially has set them back to where they are
How much was
now.
Dembele?
No, but
Ooh, he was
Dembele
there
was
too.
not that bad, I think.
No?
Like, that was an
100
80
mil?
mil transfer.
80 mil?
But he ended
Yeah.
up leaving for free.
Yeah.
Like, imagine spending a bag like that and then you.
Barca's just pure
Snakes.
vibes. Like even
Yeah,
shit like
shit.
Gundogan, like we're too broke to pay a salary. Just get rid of a player that they bought for
that
how much?
worked out though. You can't blame them for that. Gundogan to Man City.
I know, but then Barca fans like Gundogan.
Yeah, but that's damage control because
No, I think at
it
the
is.
end they didn't like him.
Gundogan was already like they had committed to paying Gundogan when Gundogan fell off.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Gundogan, that was
the fact that City got him back though, even
they
worse.
scammed the scammer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now they're low key getting
Yeah,
scammed.
but whatever. There's more games this weekend. I watched this one in my hotel room actually. Chelsea 2-1 against Brentford. Nico Jackson dropped a masterclass. Cole Palmer was actually pretty silent. I captained him in FPL. Was not the right choice. By the way, I'm third in the Box2Box FPL league. I just don't want to. I don't want to flex a bit.
Oh, do you want to mention that you lost this week on our draft?
Yeah, I can mention
Yeah,
it.
you
I don't
can.
mind because
don't
we're gonna
mind?
check
Take
back
it on
in
the
2
chin.
weeks when I'm gonna be first.
Okay.
But
He said, he said that 2 weeks ago too.
No, but he only mentions when I lose. So this time it's going
yeah,
back
it's
to
been
you.
a while since I lost. I think I was on a 7-game winning streak.
Same thing for me. You only mentioned it twice,
But
yeah.
it's okay. It's okay.
3 points ahead, Varvar.
Firms beat
It
me
makes
because-
national news when Varvar loses.
Firms
by
beat
the
me
way.
this week. Firms only beat me because of a Vardiol goal, which happens once every
Only
blue moon.
in an Ahmad masterclass.
But when you beat me with a Gabriel goal, it was
But
that's
acceptable.
normal.
you spoke
bro.
about
That's
it.
normal.
But you
bro.
said it.
That's
But you
normal,
said it.
bro.
Oh, but it
whatever.
is normal.
That's whatever.
Gabriel's
That's whatever.
5 goals
Oh
this
my God,
season.
bro.
It is normal.
Chelsea are rolling right now. Chelsea are rolling right now. Are they officially in the title race?
I don't see why not. I think they're second favorite right now, odds wise. I see Chelsea being a title contender for the remainder of the season, unless something changes in January. But what could change negatively?
I think they're overperforming right now. I still have them penciled in right now for top 4 for sure.
guaranteed.
But I think they are overperforming right now. I don't think that they're going to be in a title race at the end of the season. I still think Arsenal are better than them.
I think you have this perception that the top teams are just winner. But this season, we're clearly seeing that every team can drop. So if Chelsea just win versus all the shitters every week, they're in that title race.
I'm with Maresca. Listen, one game at a time, you get the 3 points, and you move on like that.
That's one thing they have for them is that midweek they're not playing any of their starters. So their starters literally
It's
have a
actually
week.
11
squad
players.
rotation
It's
helps
a
a lot.
Conte special right now.
That actually helps so much though.
Yeah.
The fact that you could rotate an entire squad and they still play up to par, if not better
sure
sometimes.
A Serbian second division
Yeah.
team isn't a tough match midweek.
Kazakhstani team.
Yeah, Kazakhstan.
18-hour flight time, whatever. But I honestly think Chelsea right now, this is the best that we've seen them play in years, honestly. So I find it hard to think that they're not in this title race. Manchester City are out of it, and I don't see another really big six side besides maybe Arsenal are there. So Chelsea have a straight shot to it, in my opinion. I don't see why not.
If
stage
it's a
is set.
season, sorry,
The stage is set.
legit.
Now it's just time. Does Maresca's rollie pass the diamond tester? That's the real test.
Right now, 6 months worth of diamonds is it's turning out good. We're gonna have to see the other 6 months. I'm not sure.
Cole Palmer, I am every single time you play a top 6 team, I'm watching with my goggles, my hate goggles will be on.
Goal merchant.
I want to see you ghost in another big game.
But as long
He's
as
not
you're scoring-
ghosting.
But you know what?
course he is.
You play a lot more games against lower table sides than you do higher table sides.
You
pretty
can make a
much.
career out of playing versus the small sides.
Well, Cole Palmer's doing it right now. So
If you guys are
it's
calling
working.
Cole Palmer overrated, that's
no,
crazy.
no,
Yeah,
no, no,
I've been off
absolutely
that
not.
wave. I've been off that wave. I realized it was a
Absolutely
losing
not.
battle.
Right now they're second, and it's probably because of him and maybe Moises Caicedo.
How many points back of Liverpool now? One.
Literally won.
1 point.
You know
They're
why?
right there.
Firms, you know why? Side note, why I have this agenda versus Cole Palmer? Because I was hearing Saka, Cole Palmer, same level.
I think
shouts.
they're very,
Very,
this
very
is- see,
same
this is
level.
why-
Look,
Discourse,
Saka
the
this
discourse.
season has been very good and low key.
Second best
has
player in the Premier League.
I'd argue Saka is actually
Second best player in the Premier League.
Right now,
I'd-
this season,
it's not hard. That's hard.
Salah?
Saka.
No, I would put
No,
Cole Palmer
no,
above
but
him.
whatever.
No, you
2-3,
won't.
2-3.
What do you mean?
But
No, you
I'd
won't.
Who's
argue.
better?
I'd argue.
Saka.
I'd argue this
Crazy
season
work.
Saka's actually carried his team more than Cole Palmer. I would
Sure.
argue.
Sure, but
100%. I don't think
As a player, I'm still picking Cole Palmer. He's more versatile.
Bro, that's actually brain
That's a
rot.
debate.
Could play right wing,
No,
could play
no.
cam.
That's brain rot or rage bait.
Why
one of the
is
two.
it? Why
Arsenal
is it?
fan.
Because
Cole
it's blatant
Palmer is
bias
an
against
amazingly
Saka.
good player.
Cole Palmer-
What
Saka's
do I have against Saka?
Saka's an amazingly good player. Cole Palmer's an amazingly good player. Ahmad's an amazingly good player. Let's just all enjoy them.
Let's just all appreciate it.
Let's just all enjoy them, man.
No.
There's no reason. We don't need
Barbara,
to
we have a
debate.
podcast off of debating.
We don't need to debate Palmer, Saka, Ahmad. Just enjoy them all, man.
He-
Just
he's
enjoy
a-
them all.
Sounds like a ranking.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Sounds like a right.
Messi or Ronaldo?
Write that down.
But yeah, I don't know. I think Chelsea are in a groove right now, but I don't see it leading them to all the way till the end of the season. For me, my question mark for Chelsea is really their defense. I think their defense is not good enough and solid enough compared to an Arsenal or a Liverpool. I think at some points I could see them holding
their-
2-3 in the game.
Who's their? I know it's Cole and who. I
Well,
know they.
Fofana's injured right now.
So it's
but
Adebayo?
Well, last against Brentford it was Adebayo, but I think it depends. the
Badia
game.
Shill?
Yeah, it depends the game.
But the fact that they have so many
And
options.
Cucurella, I can't take a team that starts Cucurella consistently.
That's
I was hearing, okay, don't shoot the messenger. A Chelsea fan of mine said that he's the best left back in the league. Absolute insanity!
He didn't debate it for long. I think he kind of has this idea behind him, like, yes, he's been playing good, but he can't be in the top left back conversations. The guy just doesn't have the technical qualities to do.
No, he has the technical quality.
No, he
doesn't have
doesn't.
the physical. He's so physically beneath par
Inept.
that you just can't.
Was it
be in
Wisa that
conversation.
absolutely like
bodied him.
Well, Mbuemo, Wisa, name they passed him around.
on the wing? It was on the wing. I know, but it was bad. It was bad. But I mean, he scored a goal, right?
He did score a header.
Did
Scored a
score,
header.
but once again,
Covers up the.
Covers up the
It
stinker.
covers up the
that was
stinker.
the Gvardiol. That was Gvardiol stinker covered
He
up.
did not have a stinker. Cucurella?
No, Cucurella didn't have a stink.
I'm saying, well, he ended up getting a red card at the end of the game. Unnecessary.
Yeah, but
red
that's
card.
at the end of the game.
Unnecessary
On the
red
football
card.
pitch, though, he didn't have a bad game.
guy-
And he's been having consistent games, so
This
honestly,
guy
props to
just
him.
looks like the biggest bitch of all time. Like I'd actually probably like,
Okay.
He just looks like it. Like
he just hates him because of the way he looks. Crazy
bro.
word.
But
Good. When I hear that,
Oh, yeah,
I actually,
that I get pissed.
It haunts me, bro.
That during the Euros, yeah, I hated that.
But
motherfucker.
you could start Malo Gusto. I mean, actually, I was about to say Reece James or Malo Gusto, but that ain't
Oh,
happening.
start Cucurella. He's been fine.
But they actually just re-signed that's super hyped up. Josh Acheampong from their academy.
Oh, yeah.
There was long contract negotiations that Enzo Maresca actually banished him from first team training, I think, because he wasn't agreeing to a contract. And now that he agreed, he's back in. Supposedly he's very good. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. Comps are
Who's
looking.
the brother?
comps look good.
Who's the brother at Strasbourg? that's having a season?
It's the center
Angelo?
mid, Andre Santos.
Andre Santos.
Yeah, he's been the best midfielder in Liga supposedly. So now this begs the question.
This is one Chelsea fan that probably went to go check his FOM mob.
No. He actually is looking like,
I'll
like
trust
one of the
it.
best Liga center mids. This begs the question, okay? Enzo Maresca, 1 year ago today, Chelsea looked probably down in the dumps. Actually, I don't know. At the beginning of Poch, I think it was actually looking decent or not.
I
don't
Chelsea
remember.
fans would say so, but personally, I didn't see the project.
Yeah,
But anyways.
that I agree with. Now, it's like your whole team is 22 years old or 23 years old, looking to potentially challenge for a title. This is giving me hard, like, I'm not going to overhype it. It's giving me, Maresca might be on the come up for being a very good manager. It's looking kind of like Arteta for Arsenal.
Yeah, like he might be legit type thing.
Yeah.
Are they in? They're still in the FA Cup.
Yeah.
They're still in the most of the tournaments that they're in.
Yeah.
I can see them coming out of this season with a trophy, whether it's Conference League, whether it's a cup.
Oh, Conference League. If they
And-
don't win Conference League, that's a failure.
I was just gonna say that.
Really?
Yeah.
They are
We're setting the bar there?
strongest team by
Bro,
an
name me
absolute
one
mile.
other team in Conference League.
I can
prove
name
it.
you some of them, but I'm gonna get their
Fiorentina?
names very bad.
Yeah, Millie got one.
Fiorentina, Chelsea.
Name one that isn't Serie A.
Bro,
No, Chelsea smokes
would
Fiorentina.
destroy Fiorentina.
Like destroy.
Yeah.
Imagine-
Fiorentina just lost to Bologna right now. Calm it down.
Not a good
The
time.
best U21 center back plays for Fiorentina, according to Golden Boy
Who's
Awards.
this?
Coyote.
Coyote.
Oh, Coyote.
In my underage draft,
There's a reason why I said who's this.
my Wonder Kids draft.
Better than Bastoni. I actually see Maresca being another, like I thought Pochettino by the end of last season. I'm like, wow, he's steadying the ship. This could actually be, he could be the leader of this project for the next few seasons. Sacked, and then I'm like, wow, you don't realize what you've just done. You're now in the cycle of sacking and hiring managers, and then Golden Maresca.
I love
It's
Maresca.
because he's Italian, bro.
The aura adds up even after you see Leicester players clubbing and they bring out a sign in the middle of the club saying, "Please come back,
Crazy
Enzo,"
work.
and stuff like that. It adds more aura.
But even the Chelsea players, they love him.
Yeah,
He's a good
like,
player manager. Great
He's
player
been amazing both at managing the substitutions, managing the squad. Brother, he's dealing with 48 players in the end.
No, I think the squad this season's actually.
He trimmed it down.
Yeah.
He trimmed them down,
And-
but that's what I'm
and-
saying.
That's because he did that.
I think it's a very good decision to not include players like Cole Palmer and all Caicedo in the midweek fixtures in Conference League because it gives players like Nkunku, they know every week, okay, at least I'll have 8 games to show myself in these competitions, and everything after that, like in the cup games, I'll get those games also. So you can still pencil yourself in for 20 starts a year, 25
Yeah.
starts a year.
It is taxing. I mean, this level of depth, because of the amount of money they've spent, will pay dividends next season when they're in the Champions League if they make it in the top 4, which I think they will. Because then midweek you'll be able to start Nkunku midweek. You'll be able to start, like these type of players.
Yeah,
midweek.
but I don't think they get away with that in Champions League though.
I think
versus,
you're
You can get
versus-
against like Slovan
that's what I
Bratislava,
was- the
yeah.
exact team I was thinking.
But you can't.
exactly.
Congrats.
You can't get away with that
Congrats.
against like let's say a mid
Like a Leverkusen.
CL game, like Leverkusen or a Dortmund, let's
Okay,
say
no.
something like that. Like
That's
like,
not mid, but
A
like
Milan.
Dortmund. That
mean,
would
look-
go into Slovan
I mean,
Bratislava
look-
territory, but Borussia Dortmund, yeah.
Yeah, you won't get away with that.
Look
against
at the way
Borussia
that
Dortmund.
Liverpool rotated their way. Like it was Luis Diaz, Gakpo would sub in
Liverpool
Champions
low
League.
key the
maybe.
last couple of weeks have not been good.
Luis
they've
Diaz
done enough
hasn't
to win,
scored.
but they
Luis
haven't.
Diaz hasn't been
Millie,
good.
their last couple of games they've not won convincingly.
Yeah, convincingly.
Well, they haven't won.
I
They
agree.
tied
They
last
have not.
game.
Yeah, they
have not
haven't won
And
many
in
convincingly.
games
Champions League,
recently.
what do they do in Champions League?
They've been winning.
They
They
won.
won.
They
They
win.
won nothing. I'm pretty sure.
So in the Prem, they drew against Fulham, drew against
Girona.
Newcastle. Oh, well, before that, they won all their games. But 2 out of the last 3 games, they've dropped points. They won against Girona. The last 2 Prem games, though, they dropped
I
points.
know. We got to stop. We can't mistake. We got to be careful not mistaking form for class because,
Yeah.
I mean, they had a good stretch of form. It's impossible you just go the whole season being perfect.
By the way,
Yeah.
where's this discussion of the Prem isn't the best league? Because 3 of the top 5 PL teams,
I don't wanna
which
do
you
this
guys wanted to use as the barometer because 1 week where
For
Serie A
what?
teams were doing well in CL,
Varvar, what's your opinion on Juventus?
they're shit.
Okay, so we drew Aston Villa and beat Manchester City, your current title holders in the Premier League.
Okay,
And that's
now
a
where
team
are
that's
Man
shit.
City in the Champions League and where are Man City in the Prem?
Man City might be 27th in the Champions League. Might.
See now that Juve beat City, I could just step back. I can relax.
But it's funny because they beat them in the same week.
conversation, you can have that conversation now. I'm chilling. I have that conversation
Bro.
for 10 weeks.
Brest and Lille are higher than you in CL.
Brest and Lille.
Yeah.
Who's above you in CL?
Um,
Okay, so moving on.
Young boys.
Yeah.
Young boy. All 33 teams are ahead of it.
Wait, what place are you in the
Bologna has
Europa
scored
League?
1 goal in 6 games in CL, by the way.
Yeah, but we said
Yeah,
this.
but we all
Bologna.
knew
We knew
Bologna
this
was
was
going to
gonna
be
happen. Bologna,
shitting the bed.
Yeah, but they have the
Champions.
least goals scored in CL.
But what's funny is that they're doing better in Serie A than they were with Thiago
Vincenzo
Motta.
Iraniano. Real ones, no.
How is Manchester United doing in the Europa?
We're the only one of the 5 only undefeated teams left.
5.
We're in one of the
5. Claiming those.
All 5 of them.
I want to know the other 5.
we lift those.
I want to know the other 4
Lazio,
teams.
Lazio,
You're 7.
Galatasaray.
Oh yeah, that's
Who else
great
is
company.
undefeated?
Athletic Club
Spurs?
and
Spurs is not
Anderlecht.
Spurs is not undefeated.
Anderlecht.
We claim those. We claim those.
Anderlecht.
We claim those.
Anderlecht.
But
Bodo
we can move
Glimt.
on to another. We can move on to
Victoria
another.
Blitzen.
We can move on to another league. Barcelona are stumbling. Real Madrid are stumbling. Does this open the gate to an Atletico Madrid title, or is it staying with the big dogs?
Well, I think currently they're all within 1 point, the top 3.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, why would it not be open? Why would it not be open for the title? I mean,
Barcelona don't seem to know how to defend anymore for some reason. Real Madrid can't defend either. I don't know what's happening in La Liga, but right now the 2 juggernauts that should be winning in and out every single week are not winning, and Atletico Madrid, they're getting those comfortable wins. So to have them in that conversation, it's never crazy to say.
I think Atletico Madrid has been sneaking in slowly, but I'm still sticking with Barcelona. I think they play the best football. Although they had a couple of bad performances like recently, I just feel like their squad is better.
Would you say the Leganes game is a good performance or a bad performance?
Good performance, bad result.
No, I disagree because Leganes.
Brother,
Leganes got
Lewandowski
2
scores one
Leganes
of
got
those
2
goals.
No, but listen. Leganes got 2 chances in the first 2 minutes.
And they scored.
They scored 1. Okay,
Yeah,
from the set piece.
horrible header.
Leganes had no reason to attack the rest of the game. They just said, until you score on us, we won't even try.
11 men behind
La
the ball
Liga.
boss.
So it's not a good performance if the other team wasn't even trying to attack.
But that happened with Real Madrid as well, except they came back 3-3.
Yeah, but the other team actually had attacking intent.
Debatable.
And Real Madrid were able to come back from that 2-0.
yeah. Well, I think
Down.
Barca also generated a ridiculous amount of chances. I think they had 20 shots total in the match. I mean, only
Yes, but
4 were on target.
when the other team's not even trying to attack, it's easy to get shots off.
So what, just because the other teams don't attack Barcelona, now they're not in the race anymore?
It's just you can look at the stats, and the stats will say one thing, but when 86% of the game was played with Leganes up 1-0, the stats don't really give a full picture of what the game was like.
I mean, if you are like watching the game, you saw that Lewandowski was missing absolute one-on-one chances.
it's a final.
Yes, this
finish.
game should have been case closed, said and done with Lewandowski with 2 goals at least in this game, but he couldn't get the right shot off, or the goalie was just in the right spot for these chances. Rafinha hit the crossbar too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So they had the chances. They could have scored. This could have easily been a 3-1 game. But at the end of the day, it's 1-0. They couldn't close out. And now the title race is as close as it's been since the beginning.
And
So
Atletico Madrid are on like, I don't know, 10 games winning, not unbeaten.
They haven't
winning.
lost. They haven't lost or drawn a game, I think, since October.
Yeah.
if I'm not mistaken. So,
So-
like they're up there. Low key might make an appearance in the power rankings.
Already did, brother.
So they started my first week. My first week I had them
Then they
in
dropped.
the third.
You had them third.
And then I think I had them 7th or 8th, and then has been out of there. But in my 11th
Ahead
to
of the
15,
curve.
11 to
Crazy work.
15, I made sure to get there very early, and I'm gonna put him back
you
in.
left, though.
I'm gonna put him back in. I said they've always been on the sideline. Just have to wait for the right time.
And Antoine Griezmann, he's been having an insane season so far.
Grisou?
Grisou always having good seasons.
You can't discount him ever.
Consistent.
We thought he was MLS bound.
Thought it was done.
This brother.
The brother's having probably one of the best seasons he's had. Well, bar that one crazy season that he had. He's set up for an amazing season again. I've seen people saying Ballon d'Or. I don't agree with that,
Ballon d'Or is a little bit of
Who
a
are these
stretch.
people?
check Twitter, bro.
Twitter
But there's a
fingers, bro.
person probably saying Anthony Ballon d'Or right now on Twitter.
Okay, well that's a meme. We know that.
We all know the intent behind that.
But back to that title race. No one's mentioned Real Madrid. Real Madrid are these sleeping giants that I think are just getting back to form week in, week out. They show resilience in games where they go down. They show confidence versus mid-table teams. I think Real Madrid are still the favorites to win the league
I
this
agree. They're
season.
my title winners too, right?
Yeah.
But
And I'm not a Madridista, nor am I a culé, so...
they need to get everything working all together. They need the defense to keep clean sheets while the offense is scoring goals. They're scoring goals, but they can't defend for their lives. They're conceding almost every game. So it's very difficult for Real Madrid to go in and say like, yeah, we're the outright winners of La Liga. Like you need to be a bit more consistent with your performances. But right now they've been more consistent than Barcelona.
Just wait on Diego Dallo joining in January.
That'll really mend
Diego
all
Dallo, the best fullback. It was the best
Yeah,
fullback
what
in the
happened to
Premier
him?
League.
Oh, but once again, Diogo Dallo's leaving not for fucking Brentford. He's leaving for Real Madrid
But he's the best fullback in the world. Why are you getting rid of him?
because he's not a wing back. He's not a left wing back or a right wing back. It doesn't really fit
I
under.
digress. But I think the Champions League will have a big part to play in the La Liga title race because whichever team is going far. Imagine you have a big midweek fixture versus Liverpool in a two-legged round of 16.
I see all
That's
three
not an
going far.
excuse when you're playing Elche on that. Like it
is.
Yeah, no.
It is.
Because
Unless you want to
Real
give
Madrid did it
Lamine,
last
look
year.
at Lamine Yamal. He's already getting the Barca. He's already getting the for a lot. I won't say many words, but he's getting the Barca youth treatment. You play
get
too many
injured.
games and then you get injured. Never mind. I won't go.
Laporta is Diddy, is what you're saying.
No, it was not. That's what I was not saying.
Using and abusing.
People use some harsh words on how youngsters get treated working wise because they work
Yeah.
too much. But I think it'll depend on Champions League. It'll affect it.
Real Madrid have proven that they could handle both.
And Bellingham working his way back up into the big boys.
Yeah.
He's always been there. It's just what do
That
you
ain't
mean?
the same. That ain't the same guy, bro. Just go back to the Ballon d'Or video and how much you were shit
What
talking
Ballon d'Or
about.
video?
Literally the video before we
He didn't
released-
deserve to be in the Ballon d'Or ranking. Should have been Vinny and Rodri, as they were.
No. Just in the top. In the people were discounting him from where he finished podium.
What did he say?
Should have just been Vinny, but yeah, sure, yeah.
It wasn't Vinny though. That's all I'm saying.
Wasn't Vinny.
Bullshit.
I'll take.
No, but Bellingham this season he's been doing way more than. That's crazy to say actually because he did score a lot of goals last season, but defensively he's been insane. Like probably I think Madrid's best player to be honest,
Crazy
better than
work.
Vinny
Yeah.
this year.
Sick
Yes.
work.
Is that crazy to say? I don't even think
I
so.
don't think so. I wouldn't say so.
Bro, Valverde, you have Bro, what a team, bro.
It's crazy.
What a
Yeah,
team.
you should have to think at one point that's gonna obviously figure itself out.
Yeah.
That's what they said, right?
Well, I mean, we say that every year and they win CL, so
Bro, you have
No,
the
every
best
year
of
we're
best
discounting them.
everywhere. It's just, bro. That's the greed. This is the greed. What do you always
the
say?
greed
they speak about in the Bible.
Literally. Just
One of the seven deadly
talent
sins right
all
there,
over
bro.
the pitch.
Don't care. Barcelona winning the title. Anyways, next.
So when you're communism,
Inter versus Lazio,
There's
Serie A.
That's crazy.
the communism high line of Barcelona
Yeah.
gets
Listen, when
figured
it
out.
works,
So, Firms,
when
what
it
were you
works,
saying?
it
What
works.
were you saying about the high
it
line?
works.
Oh my god, every
Works in
fucking
theory.
video.
Works in theory.
When
It's
it works, it's
communism.
fun
The
to
high line
watch.
is
When it
theory.
doesn't work, it's shit. Obviously.
So it hasn't worked the last like 3 games, right, for Barcelona?
No, only last game I would say.
Playing a Highland with 34-year-old Inigo Martinez and 12-year-old
Which has worked in the-
Kubarsi.
it worked against
Barcelona
Real
have
Madrid.
1 win in their last 6 La Liga games.
So what? It's the Highline's fault. It's not Lewandowski not finishing his chances.
That adds to it.
Bro, Lewandowski finishes one of those chances. It's a tie that
No,
game.
but
no
he's part of the
clean
team.
sheet in the last 7 La Liga games since the Real Madrid 4-0.
They're-
They haven't kept a clean sheet.
Clean sheets are hard to do with a Highline. It's not gonna come easy.
So that's
So you're
that's
admitting-
a cool way for saying their defense is shit.
Bro.
So you're admitting that it's not a good defending
just
tactic.
playing
No,
high
No,
risk.
because Highline is high risk, high reward. You're obviously gonna concede, but you're gonna score more.
I don't want that to win. Like that.
I don't want it
know.
either. I'm
To
not
win a
saying.
title?
Once again, you keep twisting my words. I said I hate high lines. I love terrorismo blocks. That's how I would play as a manager. On FM, I play like that. But watching, I love watching a high line. It's
Rips Thiago
amazing.
Motta.
Yeah.
Who?
You
Thiago
ripped
Motta.
Allegri. You ripped Allegri his whole career. His whole
Allegri, I
tenure.
would take him at Milan right now.
The things this guy said about Allegri last season. Oh
I would
my
take him at Milan.
God. Yo,
Not even
Fonseca
kidding.
Yeah.
is so shit if
He's-
you would go to Allegri right
He's
now.
at that point
No, I'm
right
keeping
now.
Fonseca.
He's at that
So you're
point
going to have
right
two
now with Milan.
managers.
We'll talk about it, bro. Lazio,
Co-managers.
Inter.
We ain't talking about
6-0.
Milan.
Well,
we are.
whatever. If
It's
you don't
on
want-
the list.
Lazio, Inter, 6-0. Millie, what do you think about Inter? Are they winning the Serie A?
Winning the Serie A is a little tough. I do think we're
What do you
still
mean
the
a little
favorites.
tough?
Bro, you
It's
what
tough.
little
It's
This little boy mentality,
what
bro.
beta
Yeah,
cuck
bro.
men-
You're not
what
Chelsea.
beta
You gotta
cuck
stay humble.
complex do you have?
You gotta stay humble, bro. You gotta stay humble because Napoli's still in the race. I still don't think they're really gonna win it, but they're there. Atalanta right now have been one of the strongest teams in Serie A. Listen, I think this is a huge statement that we beat third place Lazio 6-0. So I do think we're still
4th place.
well now for fourth, but whatever. They were third going into this.
I
year,
want to
I'm pretty
shit on
sure.
it.
I'm not sure.
I want to find a reason to shit on it, but I can't, bro.
This was
I don't know how, I don't know
get
how
it.
you broke
I
down
don't get
Lazio
it.
with a 6-0. I don't know.
For the first 30 minutes, I'd say that Lazio was winning that match because they were they were controlling the possession, and we couldn't get any passes through our midfield. We couldn't do anything with Thuram and Lautaro, and I was like, damn, they're gonna get one good chance. Like, you felt it coming. And then, well, as we were going down the pitch, we were starting to get more chances, and then ended up being we scored off a penalty.
Oh yeah.
Well.
Yes,
We
and
scored
first
off
goal
a
was a
corner.
penalty.
Second goal was a penalty.
No, first
No,
goal.
first was a
goal?
penalty. Yeah, Çalhanoğlu.
Okay, but this is what happened. It was a corner. We scored off the corner. Then there was a foul.
Oh, okay.
Actually, ended up being a handball.
I
Then they called it
didn't
back.
watch
I think-
the game. I didn't care.
They called it back because the goal was offside.
Podcast, by the way.
Like, it was an offside play, but I don't know.
Before the offside, there was a foul.
before
or
the
handball.
offside, there was a handball. So then
It's just some Marotta shit.
Anyways,
exactly.
You wouldn't get
you know
it, no.
that betting thing that we were talking about before? If you bet on Inter getting a penalty every game for the rest of the season, you'll probably come out positive. And I'm convinced. Because
Is that true?
the amount of
Yeah, but it
penalties
was-
you guys get is ridiculous.
But bro, it was a handball. It was a handball.
I
Like,
don't care.
What do you want me to do? Like, okay, tell Lazio to not get a handball next time.
I'm just looking to, hey, bro.
Even our
yeah.
Lazio friend said it was a handball. So
No, it was.
And then the
Give a Lazio
floodgates
friend.
floodgates just opened. Then all of a sudden we start scoring left, right, etc. But a long shot.
You can't hate on it. It's
To be fair, Inter have 5 penalties awarded.
top in the list, though.
Juventus, Atalanta, Fiorentina,
All have
Lazio,
4?
and Milan all have 4.
It's been even.
Anyway,
Milan.
Marotta League.
In Champions League, though?
Okay, bro. right now the point is we just beat Lazio 6-0,
know
which
what?
I
Yeah,
didn't think
Okay, but
was
wait.
gonna happen.
so in an everybody eats game, 6-0. Lautaro did nothing.
And that brother's been eating.
Mannequin
Yeah.
challenge.
Look at him, he's been
Yeah.
eating.
Him and Thuram. Mannequin challenge.
Thuram scored today.
Oh, I didn't. I stopped
scored
watching the
today?
game
Shit
then.
guy
Yeah.
scores,
When
but
did he
yeah.
score?
The third goal or the fourth goal. I forget.
But,
Dumfries even scored. We had 3 wing backs score today.
Well, Dumfries scored in
Dumfries
the
scored,
96th.
Thuram
Dumfries
didn't
scored
score,
the
bro.
fourth. Dumfries
Thuram did
scored the
score.
fourth.
Yeah, Thuram scored.
Thuram scored.
But
It was,
Lautaro,
yeah.
questions need to be asked.
But-
because for one of the best strikers in the world to be this shit this season.
Where'd you have him on the podium? On the Ballon d'Or, I mean?
Third. Because of last
So on the
season, based
podium.
off last season,
Crazy
yes.
work.
Based off last season, yes.
Yeah, true. It was based on last season.
based
But
off
anyway,
last season.
shame on you.
Based on this
Yeah.
season, he's not even top 30, though.
I wouldn't
based
put
on
him
this
there right now.
season, he's not even top 30,000.
He's
But
top
that's-
30 bottom.
I'm not
But
debating.
we
it.
clear.
I'm not debating. Right now, Retegi is clear. But
Now I have a question because I've offered you
happened?
this in the past.
what happened?
And then you said no. Barcelona come because this is like a reoccurring
Okay.
thing we keep saying. Barcelona come, they offer. Now I'm changing the thing. 70 mil for Lautaro. You're taking it?
No, I wouldn't.
No, 90. Okay, I'll put it back to the
90,
offer.
bro.
Offer I gave you last time.
90, maybe.
Marotta, you understand what Marotta could do in 90 mil?
I
Have you
understand.
seen? You guys
but
are scouting Nico
Many refs you
Paz.
can buy
Nico Paz is
All the
actually-
Real Madrid fans will be familiar with his game, Nico Paz.
Yeah.
He's a baller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Scored
I
against
don't know
Roma.
how he'd fit in your system, but
I don't know.
he fits.
Lautaro's captain
He's
right
a
now.
Mkhitaryan replacement. He
Lautaro's
fits.
captain. It's tough.
Too young.
It's tough. I think right now we have a good culture around the club. We have a good locker room, so it's tough to get rid of your captain.
Inter just continue to surprise me on like how dominant they can be in.
I didn't
big
think we
games.
would win 6-0, but
Same with
Listen.
Atalanta this season, no?
4-0. But
4-0.
but these like we were winning 2-3-0 regularly last season. Now it's like these are kind of being like shock
I don't know.
wins.
Discomfort scares me. That Inter's back to
Yeah.
their comfortable winning ways versus the big
Yeah,
boys.
I've been shocked with how they've been playing.
well,
so far.
talking about comfortable, Juve tied 2-2 against Venezia, which
That
is
was
like
not comfortable.
a comfortable draw this season for Juve.
Comfortable.
It was not drawn.
I will
Comfortable's
preface
crazy what
this
he did
that
there.
we spoke about this before, and Pala does want this mentioned. They did beat Man City midweek, but that we just
That doesn't
Sweep
matter.
under the rug.
Man City
Man
wins.
City are
For
Brentford
big
right
clubs,
now.
Man City wins are not important. We personally, Juventus has never lost to Manchester
Man City win or Real Madrid win? What's better?
Low key Real right now.
That's what I'm
Bro,
saying.
Yeah, right
Thiago
now,
Motta has a 100% win rate versus Pep Guardiola.
That's all. That's
so
take
does
that to the
Amarim
grave, bro.
in more games than Thiago Motta.
Take that to the grave, bro.
Treacherous twins, bro.
That's crazy work.
So now 2-2 Venezia, Juve.
No, but let's not talk about that game
It's
or
getting,
the Man City.
yeah,
game.
yeah, it's getting kind of like repetitive now. All these draws back to back.
6
to
wins,
back to
10
back.
draws, 0 losses
Yeah.
in Serie A.
Might go invincible.
We might go invincibly 8th place in the league.
Invincibly shit.
Yeah, it's scary.
Listen, there's two sides of the coin, and one side is a little bit heavier than the other, but I'll tell you the small side for now. That we show resilience. And it's been multiple games where we come back where it's at the end of the game and it's looking, wow, this is going to be our first loss this season. And we come back last minute. We did it in the Champions League versus, was it Leipzig where we went a player down? I think we got a red card and we still equalized. It was a Conceição game.
Don't have a win in Champions League.
I know they're
or a
shit.
draw.
Yeah, they're not good.
Sure, it's 0-0
I predicted, I think that in the
0-0.
Champions League video.
Thank you.
And then the bigger side of the coin is we can't convert wins versus bad teams. Venezia's should be wins. These are important points that by the end of the season comes in a Serie A that's tighter than ever. We should be winning these games.
100% you should be winning these games. I don't. Juve have the pieces right now to be winning games. It's just you guys. I think this is the second game in a row where you guys have to come down from behind and then tie it last minute.
Yeah.
So they're cutting it very, very close with teams that you guys should comfortably be winning. Is this do you think it's like a more of a defensive issue, a system issue, or just you guys can't score?
It's a good question because you can either point at Thiago Motta, are his tactics limiting the squad offensively? Like, is he the reason why we're not scoring enough to win games? Or can you blame it on injuries? I think that's a little bit like a coward way to go out. Just blame it on the fact that Bremer is injured and whatever, and Cabal and whatever. Or you can say, shit, maybe we need transfers to reinforce certain positions. Because we did go into the season with like 4 center backs or 3 center backs, like real center backs, only like 3 of them. That's Gentoli. That's not wise on Gentoli's part. And it limits Thiago Motta, the manager, tactically, because you have no choice but to play Kalulu at center back when you have one center back gets injured. Whoop, there's Gatti and Kalulu for the rest of the season at center back.
Pretty much. Honestly, I do think that, like, I do think it is a defensive issue because you guys are scoring. It's not like you guys are
defensive. That's a little bit crazy to say. We're undefeated in Serie A.
Yeah, but it's the thing is you guys can't keep a clean sheet right now. That's the problem. I think
we might have the most clean sheets in Serie A.
Could possibly be, but right now,
defense, it's scoring. Our issue is scoring. We have the same problem as Arsenal. I support 2 clubs that are the exact same.
What was the game before Venezia? If I'm not, I forget who you guys played.
There was the City game, and then before that in Serie A was.
It was a lower league, lower table.
It was
team.
the Bologna tie 2-2.
Bologna tie 2-2, where you guys were down 2-1 or 2-0. 2-0, you guys were down, I think.
Yeah. Bologna were playing pretty well.
Exact same script as Venezia. Pretty much.
Well, no, it was Bologna actually played much better. Than Venezia.
Yes.
Venezia scored 2 shitty goals. I don't know if they have 2 shots on target. They might have scored 2 goals off of 1 shot on target. And c'est la vie. But no, I don't know. Thiago Motta should be. The tactics need to switch up. And I don't know. News comes out that apparently he wants to move Koop Miners deeper into the midfield, which is good because the brother has crazy vision. I have not seen the goals and assist machine that Atalanta had in Koop Miners. I have not seen that once this season. All I've seen is a guy that wants to be comfortable facing the net. I don't know. Maybe he can move Yildiz into like the number 10 where Koop Miners was.
I don't know about Yildiz at the 10.
Bro, he's so shifty. I would love it.
Yildiz?
Yeah, he's like shifty enough to do it. But that's like putting Leao at the
Thiago Motta said he can't play the 10 though.
Yeah, I would
know.
keep him.
He's tried him at the 10. It hasn't worked.
I would just keep him there. He's performing well where he is. It's tough. Anyways,
Douglas Luiz.
Anyways, ship Vlahovic to Fiorentina.
Douglas Luiz prem talent.
Douglas Luiz absolute low-key flop.
He's a flop right
Him
now.
and his girl, send him back to England.
We do not care.
We do not care. Why don't you care? What do you have to care about?
Bro, I honestly, I hope.
What skin in the game you got?
The random guy lifts his
What's
hand.
your motive?
Prem.
I don't care.
Prem?
Yeah.
I still think he's a good player. He's just, I don't know why Thiago Motta doesn't want to play him.
That's a player that you would have been twerking to come to Milan.
I think he's a very good player.
Milan's best
50 mil player. That's what he is.
I don't know.
Better than Fofana.
Huh?
Better than
No.
Fofana.
Fofana's been insane this season. I don't go shit, bro. And keep the energy about Fonseca with Thiago Motta because 3 points ahead. How much? 4 points ahead? 5?
With the game in hand for Milan.
Yeah.
Brother.
Yeah, but just keep the energy.
I think you have 23
I see Varvar kept it.
Speaking about it. We've been speaking about it.
Yeah, Thiago Motta isn't.
Yeah, but Thiago Motta, I don't know. Sometimes I'm watching Juve.
Did you beat Man City this season?
No, but did you beat Real Madrid?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
It's the same thing, bro.
So the last topic we have for today is Milan tied Genoa 0-0.
Okay, so this is breaking news, but Venezia last place, by the way.
So obviously,
you shot on it, so I'm gonna shit on Genoa.
Obviously, something is going wrong.
You know what? I should have worn my new Genoa soccer archive. I should have worn that new Genoa puffer.
What needs to change at Milan?
Fonseca,
the management. If you still think it's Fonseca, you're absolutely out of the reality.
But what? Okay, I'm gonna try having a rational conversation. Okay. Your excuse changes every 6 months because last year you had the manager. The manager changed.
Manager was the problem.
Okay, but you had management before the manager, before Pioli. You had Maldini as the issue and all him. Switched. Now, when you start playing bad, it's Pioli's the issue. You switched, And
Well,
now
because
you're playing bad
clearly-
again, and now it's back to the management. That's
No,
it.
I don't think it's management. I don't think it's management.
You don't
because-
think it's management?
Because even
You guys have been blaming the management for
but
about
even-
2 years now.
No. Sorry, I don't mean it's Fonseca's fault. I mean, I think
that
I think people recognize, like even Curva Sud recognize that it's management, it's upper management.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's not
but
necessarily Fonseca.
that still defends my point that their scapegoat just changes every time someone
No.
gets sacked.
Yeah,
I
but
don't think
they
so.
did not address glaring issues
Yes.
in the squad. Emerson Royale is not a replacement for Calabria. I am sorry. I don't know what
But
they were
it's
thinking.
not that. It's more you're looking at like even the strikers, Morata and Tammy Abraham.
Yes,
It just wasn't a transfer window that would elevate you.
Those are band-aids on a broken arm.
now you-
That's
now
what
you're
it
agreeing
was.
with
I gave it a C minus. I
But
went to
once
look
again,
back at the video.
I said this also.
I knew you would say
I
that.
tried-
That's
I
why.
tried-
I
I
checked
tried
back.
You defended. I was gonna say Morata. You defended Morata and
Morata-
Abraham till you died.
Because Morata and Tammy are useful players in a squad that might need to like have that striker pull. Like Tammy Abraham in link-up plays
No,
amazing,
we spoke about
but he
this.
doesn't score.
We spoke about this. You said that it's fine because we have Camarda coming up. That's what you said.
Yeah, I think actually when he came on at that Milan Genoa game, he proved
Oh,
to
I
be
wasn't watching, but-
I know, but that's what I'm telling you. Camarda and Liberali and Jimenez, all people from the youth academy who were actually playing to show for something, were probably the best players in the team, which is crazy to say.
I can't.
I-
debate you on that
I know.
point.
Can
it's not a
agree-
debate.
can
just
agree nor
that
disagree.
There's a reason why Camarda's not getting whistled. He's a 17-year-old guy. Like you can't really.
Well, he
You're
doesn't
not gonna
deserve
whistle.
the blame.
Yeah, you're not gonna whistle. Like it's like.
But that's why trust these youngsters. And honestly, I think Camarda could do better than a Morata right now.
The problem is that it's very hierarchical in
But don't
Italian
make it
clubs.
that. Don't
But
make it
that's
that.
what it is, because you're not gonna have Morata, who's played on Juventus, Real Madrid, Chelsea, won Champions League, Serie A,
It's-
whatever,
but-
and then leave him on the bench for a 16-year-old.
No, I agree. I don't look at Morata and I say he's the problem. It's the squad building. So in my opinion, it goes back
Yeah.
to upper management, which you guys have been saying like, oh, upper management.
Well,
have
I
been
agree with you.
Last
shitting
year,
on-
you were complaining about Pioli, and you weren't complaining about the squad management.
Pioli,
Pioli on the pitch,
was
Milan
a
were not
horrible.
good.
Huh?
On the pitch,
Yeah,
Milan
but the
were not
results
good
were there. They
last
still
year.
made CL.
Who?
Milan.
Milan.
Yeah, I still think we could make it
This year, the results aren't there and the performances aren't there.
if Thiago Motta is right there, I don't see how we're not in it.
You're not speaking to. I said Thiago Motta has been low-key dog shit this year for a while.
Like I still
Crazy, I
think we
didn't
got top
listen to either
four, but the fact that we're not in the title race, that's more the glaring issue, and there's a lot to blame for that.
Bro, you're not on pace to make like Conference League right now.
Yeah, I know it's pretty bad. I'm telling you, upper management has been missing the squad building.
We will be there.
That's tough.
Like Marotta, when he builds a team, he's looking
that's
at
crazy.
balances. He's looking at, okay, I'm gonna bring in a Zielinski, but is he really gonna affect how is he gonna affect the squad? When you bring a Morata, he doesn't score goals. He's never been a guy who just scores more than 20 goals a season.
But he expects to start.
No, but it's
Also
not that.
expects
But
to
you
start.
expect him to
Actually, no.
score.
Bro,
It's like
Serie
Xerxes at Man
A
United.
Morata's a Serie A don, bro. The guy's
Never scored more than 20 goals. Never.
Yeah, but you see, he expects to start.
No,
Mora-
they expect to score. But if you bring, just like Manchester United with Xerxes, you're expecting a striker to score
Yeah.
20 goals a season. He's not the striker to do that.
I don't know if
so
you
you're
guys
just
saw
it's
the
bad
last,
squad
the
building.
last 2 minutes of Xerxes hold up against Man City.
good. That's what he's
won
good
you
at.
the game.
Moved me.
Won you the game. Needle has been moved.
2 minutes of garbage time, hold up play. Xerxes, you have earned yourself another year at the club.
That's what it is. But if you expect him to score more than 15 goals, you won't
Soldier
do
at
that. I
Give him
like
that purple
Xerxes.
star.
I think Xerxes is a great player.
You
I
can
don't-
have him just for you, my friend. 50 million.
I would take him. Won't score though.
Just for you, my friend.
Won't score.
Morata and Atami, I envision them as you bring them on.
Stopgaps.
Yeah,
They're all
you bring,
stopgaps.
but you bring them on like 60th minute, 65th minute when you have a number one striker
Yes.
already.
Yes.
Those you can't go into the season with Morata and Abraham as your 1 and 2.
Especially when you look at Inter has Lautaro Thuram, Juve has Vlahovic, Napoli has Lukaku. Who else is there? That's about the Atalanta's Retegui.
Yeah.
They all have top strikers.
Yeah, Milan do not have a top striker.
Milan,
No.
there's also a depth issue at Milan, and it's
Whatever.
never been spoken about.
Yeah.
These people don't want to speak about Milan all the time.
They don't wanna speak about Milan, bro.
Bro, you have
leave them off.
Pulisic and Pulisic.
He's injured.
Pulisic got injured, and Benacer is still injured, right?
Yeah.
Brother,
Brother's gone.
Haven't seen him in
And
years.
like your midfield three is who? Fofana, like
Fofana, Rangers, and Liberali started. Youngster from
Rangers
Milan.
contract extension, by the way.
Yeah. Rangers,
sign.
Magnan, and Tel.
Good sign. Good sign.
Put them out of their misery of speaking about Milan.
bro.
Do your thing, bro.
Bro, who started
have
at
a
left
whole-
back? Alex Garcia.
Bro,
Jimenez.
they have a whole week to go through, bro. They don't want to
Yeah,
hear about
do it.
Milan on a Monday night or Tuesday morning or whatever.
I see nothing wrong with it, bro.
They don't hear about Milan Genoa?
I see nothing wrong
Bro, this is
with it.
breaking my heart.
Yeah, but
Manchester United
Wait, what
versus
else we gotta do?
Southampton. Man United versus
Just wanna end it
Southampton.
here.
Get ready
End it
for that
short.
I
monologue
think
we're going to have.
we're not short.
I don't know.
Toe.
It's
Good.
okay.
Producer Toe.
We're done. Do predictions.
Hour 50.
Hour 12.
Let's end it off with predictions.
Okay.
There's Barcelona Atletico Madrid
you
this
know the
weekend.
teams?
I've done my research. Barcelona Atletico Madrid this weekend. What are you guys' predictions?
Who's playing?
Who's playing?
Barcelona Atletico Madrid.
Oh, man.
1-1.
No,
1-1?
you gotta think it's more high scoring than that.
What? Diego Simeone high scoring.
This is gonna
This season he's been pretty
pretty open.
offensively.
I don't know. Barca's able to score, but they can't defend for their lives. So this is gonna be a slugfest. I think it's gonna be like a 3-2. I would say
3-2
Wait,
slugfest.
3-2 Atletico.
Oh, I'm saying 3-2 Barca.
3-2 Atletico.
I'll go 2-2.
2-2.
Little tie.
2-2.
High scoring.
So 3-2 Barca, 3-2 Atletico,
2-2.
2-2,
1-1.
1-1.
1-1.
Not bad.
Okay.
Keep it neutral. You don't want to ruffle any feathers with the couleurs this week.
I don't think Atletico Madrid are that good. They're good, but I don't think they're that good.
In your
I don't
top
think
10?
Barcelona are that good.
Motherfucker, we just talked about them being in the title race.
Yes, but I said Real Madrid are still
damn.
my title favorites.
Very true. Very true.
Confirms your
Okay.
research. What else did
Spurs Liverpool.
Oh, decent game. Cheeky little game in it.
I see it one way.
At Spurs Stadium.
I see it one way.
I'll actually go with the Spurs win here.
that's crazy.
Spurs are
That's
the
stupid.
ultimate bogey team. You don't even know what. It's basically playing the lottery every time.
5-0
I
this
was
past
about
weekend.
to say some crazy shit.
I'm gonna say Spurs 2-1.
I heard in there. I was ready to say 3.
2-1.
I say it opens up, bro. Ange, he doesn't have it in his system to slow a game down and manage it. This is gonna be open ended, and Slot doesn't mind open ended games. I'm saying 4-2 Liverpool.
Wow.
Oh,
Very
it's a
high
movie.
scoring. Goodness gracious.
It's gonna be a movie. Gakpo 2 goals. Brace.
I'll be more conservative. I'll say 2-1 Liverpool.
Yeah.
More conservative.
2-1 is
I'm
a good one, but
treading a fine line there.
it's gonna be Spurs.
I don't
Dominic Solanke, my FPL team, bro. I like you didn't even score. A
Little bit of bias in there.
Everybody eats game. You didn't even score, so whatever.
I'm gonna go
Under the
Liverpool.
Lautaro vibe.
Liverpool win.
None
Just
assist
how
better
much?
than Lautaro.
How much?
Bro, I just can't see if Archie Gray. Like Archie's Gray is good, but if he's starting center back against like a Luis Diaz, Salah.
Jeepers.
Archie Gray starting center back.
Yeah, he played center back against Southampton. I'll go like 3-1 Liverpool.
Oh,
Maybe even 4-1.
I already forgot what I said. I said 4-2.
domination station. Goodness
I
gracious.
said
One way.
4-2. You said
3-1.
3-1.
I said 2-1.
2-1.
Spurs.
Spurs.
That's fair.
What
I
else
think
we-
Liverpool's performances have kind of fallen off a cliff. They aren't as good as they. Beginning of season, their performances aren't as good as they were.
There's only so many Salah crosses to Gakpo's head
Yeah.
that you can score.
Exactly.
It's kind of waned off a little bit. Like that inevitability that they had maybe 2 months ago or so. Like
No.
I
We
don't
say that,
see
yet
it
the
still
results
there.
They came
speak
back.
otherwise.
They came back against Fulham.
Yeah,
they had
they
a red
ca-
card.
Yeah, I know they came back, but that was a game that they went 1-0 down before that red card, if I'm not mistaken. So like right off the bat, they were still in the gutter. Like,
They got a red card in the 17th.
and
they
what
were
was the
down.
first goal?
And they were down.
Yes,
they were down a
exactly.
goal.
They were
That's-
already down a goal.
I know.
Good.
That's crazy. That's resilience that we used
Yes.
to see 2 seasons ago with Klopp.
I agree.
And it looked like they were still 11 on the field, to be honest.
I
Like
agree.
Liverpool was
That's
playing.
they lost Robertson because he doesn't mean anything.
When it's Liverpool, it's resilience. When it's Juve, it's get this guy out of here.
Yeah, but there's a difference between Liverpool winning for 3 months.
For
Like,
what?
When it's Liverpool coming down from 2-0 down with a man,
They had a
down,
red card.
Bro, they
That's
had a red card.
resilience.
When it's Arsenal down with a red card
There's
versus
no
City,
way, bro. You are 7th
Bro, they
place.
sat
You
back,
cannot
bro.
talk.
We're
You
seventh
can
place.
talk.
We're 7th.
You're 7th
In what league?
in the league that you play in,
What league is that?
which one?
or you're 6th.
We're 6th.
That's what the fuck are you talking
What
about?
place are you?
Where you at?
They're 8th.
Yeah, but 6th. You're comparing with Liverpool,
Bro,
who's first.
how's the weather down there?
Oh my God, bro. Have expectations. At least
We haven't lost
I
a
have
game.
standards. Like sack everyone in the management. I don't
standards?
care. Juventus. What are we doing here?
Okay, Firms,
6th place.
Firms, find another scapegoat, please. Do like an AC Milan fan and find another
Vlahovic, the new
scapegoat.
scapegoat. Danilo,
Vlahovic.
maybe next
I don't
one.
blame any-
Vlahovic
I don't blame
overrated draft?
anybody.
Maybe
Honestly, I'm
6th.
predicting the next Milan scapegoat is gonna be Theo Hernandez.
No.
Is it?
No.
Renewing.
That's why you're gonna sign him
He's
to a
not
new
a scapegoat.
contract, and then he's gonna play like shit, and you're gonna be like, bro, we give this guy
Best
a bunch
left
of
back in the
money.
world, but he
He's
needs
playing
to
like
step
shit.
up.
Oh, that is
He needs to step up, but he's the best.
overrated
They're
FC.
re-signing him.
Oh man, I should have drafted him.
Bro, what dirt do they have on these Milan players?
Ridiculous.
Biggest
There
club
was
in
a
the
video
world,
that
bro.
Came out recently, bro.
After Real
Real big
Madrid,
deal.
maybe.
125th anniversary. No one was there to celebrate it. Huh?
Everyone is there.
Yeah.
That's how you treat your legends.
Maldini was
That's how
not
you
there.
treat your
Pirlo
legends.
was there.
Maldini
Juve legend,
was
by
not
the way.
there.
Bro, because Pirlo is class.
Maldini wasn't there.
Maldini wasn't there.
Maldini didn't want to show up.
Yeah.
Maldini.
Yeah. But he did make a nice little post about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, after the
little
fact.
Please, Maldini,
Saying
say something.
history and memory.
Those are drippy jerseys.
They were.
Those are drippy kits.
I do think those are
Bro,
very,
those
very
were
nice.
I would purchase
But
it if it was in
all of them?
$2,000.
How much was it?
2,000, I think.
What?
Excuse me.
For what?
They're Puma
The
kits.
signed one. Oh, you're saying just the normal one?
Just a normal one.
I don't know, probably up there though.
Bro,
That's
that's
fucking
nice kits, man.
200, 300 plus in my
Yeah, but they
opinion.
only wore long sleeves. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were all long sleeve.
And they were all like the baggy, like the old style
Yeah.
baggy long sleeve. Woo!
must have been low key uncomfortable to play.
Yeah.
Look,
A
Drip.
little different.
What else? What other game?
Joe's are a win. there.
Bundesliga, you guys want to do that?
What's the game?
Any big game there?
First, tell us the game.
Bayern, Leipzig. Could it be?
Let's just say Bayern played Dortmund this weekend. What would you say is the score?
I mean, Dortmund beat them, no? Last time?
Yeah.
Or they tied?
Yeah, Bayern, Leipzig.
My goats.
Bayern, this is going to be like 4-0 Bayern. unfortunately.
Leipzig?
Leipzig,
RB Leipzig.
yes.
Bro, these guys are ass.
Yes.
The
I
one
know.
that you beat.
No, they aren't that bad.
In Bundesliga, maybe not.
In this
I don't know.
podcast, you said they were shit.
No, I said they've been doing terrible in Champions League, but it's very unlucky.
So
0-0-6.
when it's bro, this is crazy. I love that Juve play these teams in Champions League. You literally, I was using that
Welcome
as a
back.
good game of resilience, and you're like, bro, Leipzig is shit. And now, no, bro, Leipzig are actually not that bad. This is 4K, bro. You're getting filmed in.
Bro.
Bro,
Anyways, Leipzig win
Leipzig win.
2-1
Bayern just lost this weekend, no?
against Mainz.
Versus Mainz.
They did?
Bro, is the
Yeah.
bar in hell? Why are we doing a Bayern Munich versus
Yeah, I don't
Leipzig
know.
game?
If there's no games worthy of predicting, let's not predict. Firms.
Oh, Leipzig is not that bad in the Bundesliga. I was mistaken. They're
I'll go 3-0 Bayern.
I'll go.
They're back to their winning ways. This
2-1 Bayern.
bro, I'm gonna say 3.
closer than that?
Yeah.
Bro, I mean, listen, I think that Mainz
Leipzig
game was an
defense is
anomaly.
not that bad. Historically.
Davies
Tottenham-
injured.
Tottenham,
Kane
Manchester
injured.
United Thursday.
Yeah, felt
Didn't even mention that.
Don't
That's
care.
a 3-0 Manchester United Amad Diallo hat trick if I've
Yeah.
ever seen one.
You and the 7 people will be watching that game.
I wish that happened, but
Bayern are creeping into injury crisis territory.
What's on that injury list?
Palinha,
We do not
Ito, Neuer,
It's Bayern. We don't.
Gnabry, Davies, Kane. That's an injury crisis.
Jeepers.
Whatever.
Gnabry, Jeepers.
all right,
If you're still listening,
you're a
thank
trooper,
you. You are a trooper.
You guys are goats.
You're a Box2Boxer.
and we'll see you on the Patreon. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
It's true. We're about to film
Peace out.
Patreon. Ciao, guys.